All right, everybody. Before we get into anything, ESPN has had the worst 48 hours in sports media history. Giannis Antetokounmpo gone. LeBron ain't got no deal. Jaylen Brown might be headed to Detroit. And ain't nobody at ESPN saw any of this coming. Hey, we gonna break this down right now. Facts over feelings with MikeMarze. Go ahead, like, subscribe, share, and y'all can comment as well. So, as y'all know, Jalen Duren is up for a contract because he made the what he made the all first team or all rookie.
Third All NBA.
You gotta point that out. Anyway, he due for $285 million for I think 5 years. So this is something me and Mike been talking about for a minute, and it seemed like that he came down and basically said um, he basically said that he ain't cool with that the Pistons ain't trying to match that. So now it's reports out there basically saying that he wanna get traded, basically get signed and traded. But the Pistons are saying they ain't moving on that. They ain't listening to nobody. His agent saying that he wanted at least 40 million. The Pistons saying they go do 30 million a year. I mean, so what's your take on that, Mike?
I know they said he was underwhelmed by our offer. Um, and if you talking about getting 5 years at 200 million, I mean that's fair. So I mean you don't deserve the full amount, even though you're eligible for it. It's just this last we saw you, man. Those 14 games in the playoffs, you weren't very good. You probably had one good game, Game 7 in round 1 against Orlando, and then I guess I want to say games in Cleveland, but for the most, you know, the third part I played you. You just did. You looked lost on defense. You know, you didn't put on by Allen and Mobley, man. You just was. And second last year against the Knicks, you didn't have a good series against them. So it's at this point, like the regular season is cool. We get it, man. But to go in there and start at the very top, like give me all of it because I can, that's borderline crazy to me, man. It's just like, damn, like these YNs, like I keep forgetting this dude is 22. Like, dude, like I thought you was gonna have a little more sense. Like okay, man, maybe I can take a little bit of discount. I didn't play the best I can. Like they talking about, you went from averaging 19 and a half in the regular season down to 10. Like that's insane. So there's no way I walk in there talking about give me the full 286. You're like, hey, Cunningham, you're not gonna be paid
Yeah,
like you're the best player in the team. Like that's crazy.
yeah. So for anybody that don't know what Mike talking about, Jalen Duren, he averaged 19.5 points per game, 10.5 rebounds, 2 assists on 65% shooting for the regular season. Then once we got to the playoffs, he averaged 10.2 points per game, 8.5 rebounds, and 1.2 blocks on 51% shooting. So he went down 14%, 9 points, 2 rebounds, and a whole block for the playoffs. And something like that, definitely affect the team a lot when you going down like that much. You definitely can't. I'm not gonna say what somebody can or can't do because it's like I told you before, Mike. We had these discussions. I know what you feel like he should do, but he got the agents. He young. Once he's seen that he can get that number, that he can get this much money, it just went. It probably went to his head, went to his agent's head, like, "Hey, look, they got to do this." But I guess they probably not thinking like, "Hey, well, you're a restricted free agent, so really the Pistons ain't got to do nothing. They can match whatever offer or do whatever, you know." Um, I guess if somebody want to play games, they can kind of screw the Pistons over and give him what, the 40 or something, 40 a year, 200, because they said he would accept for 40 million a year, but Pistons want to do 30.
So maybe they not. Maybe they trying to give him like 5 year 150. If it's that low, I can kind of see his disappointment. But y'all should be able to negotiate maybe up to 5 year 185, something like Austin Reeves got. I guess my whole thing is I
Yeah,
just hope he not going in there talking about the whole 287.1. That's buffoonery, man. Like, nah, bro. Nah, that ain't it.
you know,
So
I mean, but it came with police once. It came with police
yeah,
once.
I don't know.
And
It's kind of
you a
like
food. I gotta say, I was gonna say you a fool not to start with at least the highest, and but expect them to be like no.
yeah, yeah, man. I mean, he would have a point if he had a hell of a playoff. We get to the finals and we lost to the Spurs. That would have been different. You was looking like how you did in the regular season, and you got a little point. But nah, man. Like don't let you hype you up like that, Duren, bro. You cool and all, but I just look at it like this really your first good season, man. Your first good season. And you want us to just automatically throw all that money at you because you had one good season. I mean, guys in this league throughout the course of this league have had a couple of good seasons, and then they fall off the map. And then everybody keep bringing up DeAndre Ayton. I'm getting the same thing. It might just be the same, that type of guy who just run the floor, have a good game here and there, like. But when the playoffs kind of you disappear. I'm just thinking about how bad he looked against Giannis in the finals in 2021 after a 2-0 lead, and then he just got dominated. Like he could look how bad he looked against the Lakers, man. Like JJ Redick, like I can't play this guy. I can't play this guy. And I'm not saying that Duren will be that. I'm just saying there's just a lot of money to throw at this type of guy that we've seen continuously throughout the NBA. I don't see like real game yet. I don't see it yet.
Yeah. All
You
right.
want to
So
be able to
let's
go ahead.
go ahead. Finish.
I was just gonna say, man, if worse come to worse, I think Detroit looking at it like if we give you this amount of money, we might not ever be able to move off if you pause. It's gonna be hard to trade you with that type of money locked up into just this one person who's only can catch lobs and maybe on a good night give you 15 and 15. Uh,
All right. So let's talk about if Detroit just figure like, all right, we got to do something. This guy, he go play games. Like I know right now we really got the advantage, but if Detroit feel like he go play games, it's just like we got to trade him. Let's talk about um, Jaylen Brown. So look at this. So NBA Central is reporting that Jaylen Brown's trade value isn't that high around the league, per Bobby Marks. He said, "I had an analytics guy tell me we view Jaylen Brown as the seventh best player on the team. That's crazy.
on what? Wait, on what team?
No, like on any team in the NBA, what the analytics is telling them. So my thing
Seven?
is,
Yeah,
yeah,
right.
Detroit needs to take this analytics and be like, all right, Duren, you want to play games? Let's go get Jaylen Brown, pair him with Kate, and see what's
Wait.
up.
They saying that Jalen Duren is analytically the seventh best player on the team. Is that what they're saying?
No, Jaylen Brown is analytically a seventh
No,
best player
no,
on the team.
no, bro. Nah, bro.
Yeah, that's
That's
what they
just
saying.
That's just like when Kenny Atkinson was down 0-3, talking about son, we technically we up or so. So like, don't nobody care about analytics, man. Like, come on, man. You down 0-3, you down 0-3. Don't nobody want to hear that goofy talk.
Yeah. Nah. But what you think about that? That's one of the people who they saying that we might pursue if this whole thing don't go down. I mean, it looked like it won't be too hard to get them since if that's what all the owners believe and the analytic people, I wouldn't even throw that much at them then. I'm like, look, the analytics, if you believe in analytics, we could use one guy and a couple of picks.
Stupid. I'm not even about to entertain that foolishness. Uh, all of this analytic crap. To me, that should be just a baseball metric. You know, you got a lot of stuff in baseball that, you know, pitchers against certain lefties or righties, or, you know, maybe every other day a start, or every couple starts you can get him early in the first inning, or it's like, to me, analytics is to stay in baseball. When it comes to basketball, man, that's a completely different topic. I don't want to hear about analytics because y'all didn't confuse the rest of the NBA that they could jack up a bunch of threes and miss 50 of them. Like, that's dumb. Instead of just trying to get to the free throw line, get to the paint, shoot middies. The Pistons showed you analytics is a joke. That team won 60 games with one 3-point shooter, bro. One. And they won 60 games. They dominated by in the paint and fast breaks in defense. You don't have to win games by shooting threes. I don't want to hear about analytics. That's cornball stuff. That's like some nerdy stuff. That's like nerds who couldn't play the game. They made up some other stuff like to make them feel better about not being good at the sport. So I don't like, no, man. Jaylen Brown, I don't care what nobody says, dude.
Yeah.
This guy is a top 10 talent in this league, bro. Top 10.
Yeah, hey, if y'all just joining, drop something in the chat. Please like, share, subscribe. Hey, we gonna be talking about LeBron later. How ain't nobody offering him a contract, and basically some of the crazy stuff Nick Wright, Stephen A, and all them cats saying. No, but so how do you think he'll fit with the Pistons though, Jaylen Brown? Like, how you think? Because they saying that's one of the trades that they talking about for the for Jaylen Brown.
Well, you got
Jalen Duren for Brown. Obviously, it wouldn't be straight up, but I think they said Duncan Robinson would be involved in that, obviously. But what do you think the Pistons could do with that?
I mean, it's both of these guys are disgruntled on their teams. Duren is not the best player on this team, but he's looking as if he's being disrespected by not getting what he's looking for financially. Jaylen Brown, on the other end, is clearly a top 10 talent in this league. He's won a Finals MVP. He's won a championship. He's been in countless Eastern Conference Finals. This guy is solidified, man. I mean, he's 29 years old. But if you're able to get somebody like that, man, and pair him up with Cade, that to me, we got to be the favorite to come out the East, man. I mean, Cade is somebody I would feel like anybody want to play with. There's numerous games last season where Cade's getting 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 assists. Like, he not a ball hog. He don't mind sharing the wealth. So I can see it working. The only thing I'm worried about is, Jaylen Brown just, I don't know, man. It just seemed like he constantly kind of irritated and annoyed at every little thing. My only thing is like, is he going to we'll take him off next? So it's like, I don't know. Like, because a lot of people will want to have your career, bro. There's a lot of Hall of Famers that never won a championship. They've never been to 2 NBA finals. So I don't know what you're looking for, man. Honestly, Jaylen Brown, like you are cold, bro. You are cold, but let's not act like you don't have competition in this league. There's a lot of guys in this league that people will take over you, and one of them happens to be on your team, and Jason Tatum. There's a lot of guys in this league that can hoop, bro. I don't think you're ever going to be considered the greatest player in the sport, but are you up there? Yeah. But if you expecting everybody to bow down to you and say you the greatest thing we ever seen in life, man, you gotta chill, man. You gotta chill, bro.
All right. Yeah. So yeah, I think with if we get Jaylen Brown, definitely. I don't know if we'd be complete because if you look at, I just had something. So if you look at this, so right now this is what the Pistons is looking at. Cade Danis Ibuka, which is the new rookie. Isaiah Joe, that's who we actually just got from OKC. I hear he a pretty good shooter, so he can help Cade out a little bit with the spacing. We got Duncan Robinson, Asar Ron. We still don't know what's going on with Tobias and Duren. That's a question mark. And Reed. So they're saying this could change in the next few weeks. So I, so you got just the way I look at it. If that trade happens, obviously we're going up Duren, and Duncan is probably gonna go with him. Do you think that's enough to win the championship, or just make the finals? If we don't get
Well,
nobody back with that.
I just feel like we've seen front courts that don't have to be all that. Like Steph Curry has never played with a 2010 type guy. I know he's one of the greatest shooters we
Mhm.
ever seen, or the greatest shooter we ever seen, but sometimes as long as you just formidable, bro, that's good enough. Like Karl Anthony Towns, Mitchell Robinson, are they that scary? Like,
I mean, no, we could. Don't get me started. The Pistons could have beat them this year. Yeah, I think the Pistons could have beat. Pistons definitely could have beat New York this year. I mean, so did you freeze out there, man? Yeah. So right now, if you're in the live, I think Mike froze. But what we talking about is basically the Pistons may try and make a trade for Jalen Duren to get Jaylen Brown on the team, and then like if that happens, we think that possibly this could make the Pistons like a much better team. You know, to get Cade Cunningham some help. I think down the stretch, Cade really got tired. Is the reason. Is one of the reasons the Pistons lost. If you see him in Game Six and Game Seven, he was making like ticky tack mistakes, and he was just it just wasn't that good. Like at the end of the day. So we can get him with somebody like Jaylen Brown to where you don't have to cover the load, and I think Asar actually was playing a little bit better than Durham. Probably not on the scoring front, but I really like his defense when it comes down to all of that. Uh, but yeah, so next topic. So LeBron, LeBron James has not been able to get a, um, a contract. So the Lakers hasn't been talking to LeBron. You know, they haven't sat down and talked about a contract. Even Brian Windhorst, he said that the Lakers uh, and nobody in the league really is about to offer LeBron James max money. And why would they? Like LeBron, let's be real, he's old. LeBron is about to be 42 years old, and I get it. Yeah, he played as good as he could this season, but everybody up here making it seem like LeBron just like you have to sign LeBron. It's egregious to sign LeBron. I mean to sign Austin Reeves over LeBron when that's just not true. Like some of the stuff that's being said is like I just can't believe it. Like you would think LeBron has won like 15 championships, like 5 championships out of 8 years with the Lakers. He's won one championship. Yeah, so I want y'all to listen to some stuff real quick. First, I want y'all to listen to what Kendrick Perkins had to say. One second.
Lakers are dead bird tall grass. Straight up. Straight up. And I never want to come on here because I'm always a big person that's going to advocate for guys getting their money. But the Lakers just showed us that their two franchise guys that they believe in is Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves. And I'm going to say this again. They can't be thinking championships because you can't have both of your franchise guys be defensive liabilities. And that's what Austin Reeves is. Let's keep it a buck. LeBron James should have been prioritized before Austin Reeves. LeBron James is the second most important player that was on that Laker roster behind Luka Doncic. And if I'm Braun, I definitely feel some type of way. But if I'm Braun, I'm also sitting back and I'm saying, okay, Rob, okay, front office, what else are y'all going to do? Because Luka said he has come out publicly, or the reports have come out, that he wants a A-list center. Well, what A-list center is out there, right? What A-list center are you going to get? You're not going to go get a Jalen Duren, excuse me. Who else is out there? You're going to go get a Karl Anthony Towns? You can't get him. So my thing is, the reason that Luka wants an A-list center is because his offensive package, meaning lob threat at the basket. But secondly, he's trying to get an A-list center to cover up for what they lack on perimeter defense. This is a problem.
Hey man, I'm gonna let you take this one first, since you was gone. Basically, we talking about how don't nobody want the Lakers and all that. I know you went out. I mean, not don't nobody want LeBron. Want to offer him a max contract. But go ahead, man. You just heard that egregious stuff he just said.
I ain't trying to be funny or nothing, Smith, but like half the stuff that come out of Kendrick Perkins' mouth is like it is going one ear and not the other with me. Like this dude, he just be saying stuff that's just be like, whatever. LeBron, when is it like? When is it like at a point where we just gotta be honest, man? Like all the greats who hung around maybe a little too long or maybe extended their career, at some point didn't they start taking a lesser role?
Yeah.
I mean, right. So what makes people think LeBron James can't grow or ain't be you're no longer the 1A no more, man. You just not. There's no knock on you. That no, Father Time is always gonna be undefeated, bro. He should not be a headlining topic, man. Not it. The Lakers understand it's time to look forward to the future. It's time to move on from this guy. He's been here already 8 seasons. We can't focus on this anymore. If he's willing to take less to come back, come on back. But you are no longer a top priority for us to be thinking about.
Hey, so go ahead, chime in the chat if y'all got something to say. Because me personally, I'm tired of all this, LeBron stuff. And so let me get this straight. The Lakers, right, are instead of signing a young Austin Reeves, are supposed to go ahead and sign LeBron James, who they don't know when he gonna retire. Basically, not think about their future. And then I heard Kendrick Perkins say something like, uh, "They betting their future on two guys that don't play defense." Does LeBron James play defense anymore? Significant defense that can make sure you win a championship.
No,
So
no.
I'm not even saying Austin Reeves is better than LeBron James, but LeBron James isn't so much better than Austin Reeves to where you throw him a max contract at 42 years old. He's just not. And I don't know. I don't understand why we're acting like LeBron James is like this. Like he's won like 5 championships with the like. I want to show you something right fast, man. Hold on. So this is LeBron James, 8 years with the Lakers, one ring, one ring, 2018, 2019, 37 to 45, no playoffs. Oh, he got injured. We don't care. He owed. Next year, championship, bubble. Next year, after that, 42 and 30, first round exit. Next year after that, no playoffs, 33 and 49. Yeah, 33 and 49, no playoffs. Year after that, 43 and 39. Lost in the conference finals. First round exit, year after that, first round exit, second round exit. Look at all these all stars he played with. Oh, this is just on the Lakers. Anthony Davis, Luka Doncic, Russell Westbrook, Dwight Howard, Carmelo Anthony, Ray John Rondo. These last two guys, I don't know why they up there, but that's not even counting Austin Reeves and some other guys. So he's had all this stuff, all these people to play with, right? And like like he's been the cornerstone, the centerpiece of all this. Looking at this, is this somebody who you itching to give $50 million to at 42 years old? He's been with you for 8 years, won championships, no playoffs twice, bunch of first round exits. Like, do you feel like you owe him something? Somebody like this?
No, I mean, I just look at it like, look at some of how people talk about some of these other guys, man, who are still younger than him, bro. And you
Hmm.
worried about what they gonna do, if they gonna be healthy and all this. I mean, James Harden, 37, Kawhi Leonard, 35, Tobias Harris, 33, Giannis, 32. Like, it's you still understand these guys still got more years, a little more time left in him. Is he still LeBron James based off his name? Yes. But based off just his tenure in LA by itself, dude, I'm not giving you a max contract. What I'm looking at on the screen is disgusting. It's disgusting. That's gross. That's gross, bro. Matter of fact, it's so gross. I would laugh at you to try to come in my office and try to get a max at your age and based off what you've done since you've been with this organization. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. When is enough is enough? When? This gotta stop, dude. You holding them hostage at this point.
And not to and not to cut you off, but this is almost right on line with you saying about Duren, how he shouldn't ask for that because of his season. Like it's like LeBron shouldn't be asking for the max because like look at he's basically done like you've done nothing really. Like with and look at all these people you played with. You blew up the Lakers team. Everybody act like you know. Everybody act like he made the Lakers so great. Like they'll tell you the Lakers was a mess before he got there. But look at what this idiot Nick Wright had to say. Listen to this.
LeBron's behalf. I don't know if that's a good idea, but that's what it's going to take to keep him. But I am offended on LeBron's behalf that he's the only guy that we asked to take these pay cuts. Yeah, did you see Steph Curry in the playoffs? Because I didn't. Anybody think his $63 million contract's a problem? No, it's Steph. Are you kidding me? Anthony Davis makes $58 million. I've got him ready because I knew this was coming. Devin Booker, amazing scorer, prime of his career. Guess what, Colin? He made $57 million next year. Is that a problem for Phoenix? Should they try to rework that deal? I mean, with Kawhi Leonard, best season of his Clippers tenure, got him absolutely nothing out of the playoffs. $50 million. Oh, LeBron, come play for $20 million. Durant's going to make 44. We saw them play in a playoff series. Who's more valuable? Like this, if LeBron takes anything under the 1 year max, it's charity. And he can give charity if he'd like, but he is still one of the dozen most impactful players in the series.
So you know why Nick Wright doing that? Because if LeBron get paid less, he get paid less. Because you know he on that payroll to do the crap that he doing right now. You know what's the difference between LeBron and those guys he just named? I don't think any of those guys are free agents. And I think all of them are under 40. Yeah, am I right?
Yeah. That you know what's so funny? He just made our point. He just made our point we were just talking about before watching that clip. These guys are all under 40 years old. They still got a few years left. They're not trying to break the bank. They don't have their children running around that shouldn't be in the league. Like, dude, it's just too many bad things, bro. Like, LeBron, bro, please stop. Like, stop, dog. Nobody want to hear you cry and complain about them not talking to you or not reaching out. Like, for what? Go be with your family, bro. Go watch your kids play the best that they can. Like, dude, what? This guy's not gonna save you anymore, bro. He's not gonna save you anymore. He's already shown he needs everything right on the roster for it to look half as decent. He needs a ton of help, and at this stage of his career, he gonna need a whole lot. He gonna need a big forward, shooting guard, another shooting guard, a bench, like a coach. If you expect him to still carry you, you're crazy. You're crazy. And I don't think the Lakers are that crazy. Now, do I like the way the Lakers are setting up their roster right now? No. But LeBron, again, do you want to win? What do you want to do? Just leave LA. Just go somewhere you can win. Just dip.
Kendrick Perkins said the Lakers not serious about winning a championship for signing Austin Reeves. To me, if the Lakers sign LeBron James, you're not serious about winning championships. You're trying to make money off of a farewell tour. That's the only reason you sign LeBron James if you're the Lakers. Because the Lakers with LeBron James is not winning a championship. Maybe the Pistons with LeBron James winning a championship, something like that. But the Lakers, no. Like, because you're going back to the same team. So if I was a LeBron fan, I wouldn't even want him to go back to the Lakers. Why would I want him? If I'm a LeBron fan, why would I want him to go back to a team? I'm going to put the graphic back up. If anybody just got into a chat, why would I want him to go back to a team to where he hasn't been able to win for 6 years? Barely been able to get out the first round. Why would I want him to go back to that? I mean, hey, y'all can chime in the chat, say whatever y'all want. I seen somebody said the bubble is not a championship. I think we all agree with that. I mean, but hey, it's facts over feelings over here. So, hey, we gonna keep going though. So the Grizzlies, right? It's reported. So it's a couple of things reporting on John Morant. So first, I'm gonna read this report. So it says Grizzlies reportedly struggling immensely to find a trade market for Ja Morant. The Memphis Grizzlies appear determined to move on from Ja Morant, but finding a trade partner has become far more difficult than many expected. According to ESPN's insider Brian Rundhorst, Memphis is struggling immensely to generate a market for the former All Star. Despite aggressively exploring trade scenarios, Windhorst recently stated that the Grizzlies are fully committed to resetting the franchise and believe they have likely seen Morant play his final game in Memphis uniform. That is significant development considering Morant remains one of the league's most talented guards when healthy. The two-time All-Star is under a 5-year, $197.2 million, averaged 19.5 points, 8.1 rebounds. I'm sorry, 8.1 assists and 3.3 rebounds in 20 games last season before injuries. Again, limiting his availability. The talent has never been questioned. The durability has. Durant has not played more than 50 games in a season since 2022, making him one of the NBA's highest risk superstar investments. Um, so that sounds like that's why one reason why teams not interested. You got any other thoughts on that?
I mean, you know why, Smith. You know, man. It's the off the court stuff that he was on, man. You know that. You know that. Like getting caught up with firearms on Instagram Live and people have to worry about if you're a part of a gang. It's a circus. It's too much of a circus, man. If people don't want to hear Jaylen Brown complaining or him running his mouth or if he happier every 2 seconds and if it's hard for him to find, for a spot to move him, nobody want to deal with the extra stuff. Think about like people like Colin Kaepernick in the NFL. Like he was pretty good, man. He was better than a lot of backups in the NFL. But the reason why he fell out the league, outside of him trying to sue the league, is because of the other, of course, him kneeling and stuff, and people not want to talk about that. It's kind of unfortunate. It's almost like, yeah, just do your job and be quiet. A lot of times, if you make people uncomfortable, they don't want to deal with you. So, in Ja Morant's case, all the other stuff he had going on, I don't think it's a good look. I think it rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. Can't really blame him either, man. You can't.
Well, I'm glad you handled that in, but I do think it got to also has to do with. I mean, you 100% right on everything you said, but it also has to do, like they said, this guy has to play more than 50 games since 2022. That's 4 years. So you can't even rely on him to be there. You know what I'm saying? So that's a huge, ugh, that's like a huge thing when it comes to like availability and stuff like that. And then I don't really think his style of play, like I don't think he could be the number one guy on the team the way he play. I already told you every time he go to the rack, he look like he about to murder himself or whoever he knocking on, which is probably one of the reasons why he always injured. Um,
Mm.
I'm, I'm just saying, like I mean, they did say he averaged 19 points and 8 assists in 20 games. Honestly, I was about to be like, man, it was like he got the Duren's number before the playoffs, but they said only 20 games. But no, would you want him on the Pistons?
No, no, I'm straight. Um, Especially with them just now, drafting a Buka Corey. They got Dennis Jenkins. They seen that might work out, man. A different pace, change of pace guards. Morant I think he had a window, man, and just he might have messed it up, bro. Like somebody gonna take him. Who knows who. But I'm not saying the man don't
Well,
have talent or anything like that. But as far as coming to Detroit, I have to pass on that.
speaking of somebody may take him, the website Heavy on Heat is reporting Miami Heat proposed to land John Morant for two key players in a blockbuster deal. Says the Miami Heat's offseason plans may not end with Giannis Antetokounmpo, despite the two-time MVP being the major trade focus. The front office will turn attention to surrounding him and Bam Adebayo with good pieces. The Heat could line up for another ambitious acquisition in the form of Memphis Grizzlies star John Morant. According to fan side, Michael Seance, the Heat could acquire the dynamic point guard by sending out Davion Mitchell and Andrew Wiggins along with additional assets to Memphis. What you think about that? Like, you think he gonna make the Heat better? Because everybody not really looking too fond on what's going on with them right now.
I mean, yeah, they need perimeter help. It would make sense. Giannis and Bam. I don't know if that's enough, man, with non-shooting and stuff. Because they already let Hero go. How many Hackers go? And now you only left with like Pell, Larson, and Mitchell and Wiggins. Yeah, they gon'. I'd be surprised if they able to do a whole lot. They don't have a whole lot of cap space left to work with. So whatever they pull off, got to get them a round of applause because they don't have much at all. Like
You funny.
they really would.
I'll be honest. I really don't think. I don't think the Heat gonna do much next year. It's probably gonna take another year or two. And even still, I don't know. I think at best, AC playing team. Maybe with John Morant, they may jump to 6 seed. But I don't really see them doing much more than that. I mean, maybe if this was like the '90s, maybe they could win like 50 games or something. Playing the inside game. But like you said, if they ain't got no perimeter shooting or nothing like that, I don't think you can go far. Like they go gonna be the best at scoring 2-pointers out of anybody in the NBA next year.
Yeah.
I get them that. But anything other than that, I don't know, man. Shoot, but let's move on. Miles Bridges reportedly traded to the Suns from the Hornets after the Melo Ball deal. It says the Charlotte Hornets are reportedly parting ways with one of the most prolific scorers in franchise history. Miles Bridges is headed to Phoenix after 7 seasons and no playoffs appearance in Charlotte. The Hornets traded Bridges a 2029 first round pick and a 2027 second round pick on Sunday in exchange for Grayson Allen, Royce O'Neal, and a 2033 first round pick, according to ESPN's Sham Sharan. Yeah. What you think about that? Whatever, he knows. What you think about that? Do you think, because the Suns been in a doghouse for a minute. They did get better. Y'all remember you mentioned that they got better since, and we seen they got better once they let KD go. But you think this gonna put them in a good playoff spot, or they still need a lot more?
And I mean, in the West, it's just so many teams, man. Like Miles Bridges, he's not even the best rebounder. At I guess he's a small forward, power forward type of dude.
Mm-hmm.
He can give you 15 to 20, but I don't know, man. It's they honestly that's just to me another playing team. I feel bad for Book. Like Book, you should have got the F on when you could have, instead of extending another 2 years with them. That I just, but some, man, maybe some guys just kind of cool. They get settled, comfortable where they at, and I just take the little money and we saw Dame do it with Portland forever until he finally woke up. But then what happened? He went right back. Some people just come, like, maybe they don't really. Everybody is different, man. Like Book may just be one of those guys that's just he gonna coast his whole career, bouncing in the first round. I mean, he made it to the finals once, which is cool, but that was probably his best shot to get one. But this what they doing right now, that ain't gonna be enough to make a dent in the West. It's not.
I mean, I will say, how old is Booker?
He got to be at least 28.
I will say this. I don't know how much time he got on his contract, but if I'm him, I'm probably asking for a trade or I'm not re-signing with them. Because you can put yourself in a position, especially when you become a free agent, to go to a team to win a championship. That's really what everybody else be doing. Like when you become a free agent, just you don't have to stick around. Like nobody in the NBA is loyal no more. That died. Like I want to say, once the Boston Celtics with KG and them got together, all that loyalty stuff. So I wouldn't even let that be on my contract, especially if my team ain't winning. Like you said, they've been to the finals, but I like KD, but he kind of a cancer right now to teams. When he go there, he just suck all the life out of the teams. He look at the Rockets last year. To me, they was way better last year than they were this year. Same thing with the Suns. He went there. You thinking the Suns about to be like?
You mean way better this? You mean way better this year than they were last year?
You talking about the
this past season? That's what you because
Suns.
Even though they got swept, but they record they okay.
They didn't make the playoffs last year.
Right. Right.
So yeah, like and then he go to Houston, and Houston like wasn't Houston in the West Finals last year? I could be wrong, or at least the second round they made it to. But he go over there and mess that team up. I don't really blame him for Brooklyn because I feel like they should have beat Giannis and them. But yeah, man, like yeah, it's like you said, man. Some guys just come in the league, just want to come and do their thing and make their money. But people talk about the GOAT conversation. We're not about to get into that because me and you both know Michael Jordan the GOAT. But you know why he a billionaire and what separates him from other people? It's because of the impact that he had on the game when he came in. And people like to say championships don't mean nothing, they don't make you this, that. Michael Jordan get all of those endorsements.
Damn. How we get on the key to pop?
Michael Jordan get all those endorsements and everything he get because he went 6-0 in the finals. He got 5 MVPs. And doing that, people were like, oh, we can sell anything with this guy. That's why he been out of the league for 30 years. He still got the #1 shoe. LeBron came out with a Space Jam. It was whack. Nobody went to go see it. You know, and that's why championships matter. If you want to build wealth for your family and you were like an athlete, you got to get those championships. You got to get those MVPs. Like you got to play for something. You know, they say Michael Jordan worth like $4 billion right now. Now, granted, yeah, LeBron a billionaire, and I got to do with him winning championships. But when people make their GOAT conversation, they try and say championships don't matter. That's not true for multiple reasons. I guarantee you ask anybody to play in the NBA if championships matter, they straight up go tell you yes. Like, how could you play a sport and not want to win? You ever thought about that? How could you be playing basketball or any sport, anything, and not want to win? Even as a kid, like my kids get so mad when they lose. So that's why that's why I don't understand this whole like, oh, this don't matter. He just made it to the finals. If Detroit make it to the finals and lose, you're gonna be pissed, right? So you're gonna be happy they made it.
I mean, anything after the second round is gravy at this point. They gotta keep going further. But I see the point you're trying to make. But the problem is this, Smith. What did I say? What did we just say 2 seconds ago? These guys get so much money now and they get comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Who oh, man, who was that said? Was that Kwame Brown? I know who was he going back for? Stephen A. or something. They're saying how everybody kept telling Jordan not to draft him. He said, I had a successful career. I was able to buy my mama house and do this and that. Some of these guys, hey man, I made it. I did good. Like, even though I was a laughing stock. Yeah,
I mean, hey, that's
man.
fine. If you make it work for you, we got to make whatever work for you. But all I'm trying to say is the better you are at your career, what you do, and this is not just anything. That's when the more money and stuff come. That's how you get endorsements. Like Jordan probably don't ever got to work again. LeBron probably don't ever got to work again. And I guarantee you, part of that is because of the championships. So you got something else for the people, Mike? Because I'm about to close it out with our fan appreciation. If not,
all I gotta say for the people is, obviously we talking a lot about the NBA right now. This NBA offseason. Smith, I don't know if he's gonna be scared to talk football, but I'm really getting excited because football coming up. So I hope y'all getting ready for that. But any Pistons fans that watch this, just understand, man, we on our way. That boy Trajan, we got Isaiah Joe from OKC for 2 second-round picks. You know, we don't know. We just cleared cap space with Stu being gone. I don't know what we're gonna do with Duren, but we on our way, y'all. We on our way.
yeah, all right, y'all. Hey, if you hung out with us, we appreciate y'all. Go ahead, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. We're gonna be with y'all every Thursday and Sunday. We're right here with y'all. We're gonna post it in our community chat, So go ahead. But right now we're about to get into the fan appreciation. I'm gonna just read a couple of comments from the people who comment on our videos, our posts over social media. Y'all can also find us on TikTok and Instagram. Instagram, MikeMarze Entertainment. TikTok is Facts Over Feelings, MM. But yeah, so hey, I can't pronounce everybody's name, so don't be mad at me. Uh, SB Aslam 780. He said the Lakers can't win with LeBron James. And this is just random. This is from all posts. This isn't nothing specific today. Yeah, the Lakers can't win with LeBron James. I agree. I'm assuming this is from the other day. Somebody said Nash should have never won those MVPs.
He's correct.
Neither one. I know one should have been Kobe's.
The other one should have been Shaq's.
Somebody said MVP equals opinions. Championships equals facts.
I ain't mad at that.
Stupid question. MJ. I'm guessing that's from who better, LeBron or Michael Jordan. So
what?
We had a post about. Yeah, it was a question like it was a post that we had. It was say who had the better career, and somebody said stupid question, MJ. So we had a post about how the Pistons sabotaged the offseason because the Jalen Duren stuff going on. Somebody said this shit is a joke. And then the topic we had about will KD win 6 championships with Jordan's Bulls, we got 2 on that. Somebody said ain't no way. Then somebody said KD is not a killer. He is good, but soft ass tissue. What Isaiah doesn't understand is Jordan molded Scotty and his teammates in practice. And hey, that's all we're gonna do for today, man. Once again, we appreciate y'all. Go ahead, subscribe. We'll be with y'all Thursday. All right, we out. Facts over feelings.